I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe in Jesus.
Well, we started coming to Portage Free Methodist Church about a year ago. Prior to that, we had kind of left the church. We hadn't been to church in it's probably been a couple of years.
2 or 3.
We had gone to a church all our lives, the same church all our lives, and grew up in the church and all the other things, and they go along with that, but you go because your parents take you and so on and so forth. So, but as we became adults and we had our kid, Jordan, going through church and doing the same thing, and watching him as a young kid, it was kind of fun, and he was involved with the church choir and all that stuff. But as he grew older and we kind of got on to our other adventures of our lives, I guess, we tended to pull away from the church. It didn't have enough draw. For us, it wasn't enough for us to just want to come back every Sunday. And eventually our son moved out into college, and we were left with us and that church, and we realized that it just wasn't doing anything for us. So we had left the church. It didn't start out by choice necessarily. We just didn't feel like going one Sunday, then we didn't go the next Sunday. And
every Sunday you could find a reason not to go.
Yeah, we found reasons more and more not to go. And when the Beans moved in, they had asked us several times to go to church with them. We had explained to them what had happened with us in the church, and not that we didn't believe in God and we didn't have a faith. It was just that we were kind of searching. We weren't searching real hard. We found that our own situation was giving us enough things to do that we weren't really working that hard at it. So we're talking to Beans one day, and they had asked us, after many times. I mean, Fred's a great guy, and he doesn't bug. He definitely, but he definitely just kept bringing it out, and he wasn't pushing. And he finally, we just said, he asked us again, and we said, yeah, I think we'll go with you. And I think that was June 9th of last year. So we were nervous. We didn't know what to expect at a new church. And we talked about that too. And we got there, and the first thing that hit me about Portage Free Methodist when I first walked in was just the people. I mean, the greeting, John Rischel. I mean, what a great guy. I mean, he just come up, and everybody, they just were very friendly, and that was something unique. That was something I wasn't exposed to. We weren't exposed to at our church. I mean, they were friendly if they knew you, but not so friendly if they didn't know you. They were kind of, not that they wouldn't come up and shake your hand, but this was just much more, welcome. We're glad you're here, and so we went in and sat down with Fred and Linda, and Pastor Mark came up, and he welcomed us, and Pastor Kevin was there, and then which was really unique, very different, and then the music started, and I mean, it was awesome. I mean, it was just something that, it felt like it was something I'd missed all my life. That it was something totally that I didn't know existed in church. That it was just an amazing thing. So after we listened to the music and the message, and the message, we talked about it every week, don't we? How every week we go to church. When you go to church, the message speaks to you, even though it's speaking to everybody. You can feel the message speaking to you, which we never had that before. And so after that first Sunday, I told Shelley, I said, I can't wait to come back. And I don't think I've ever said that. I never said that about church anyway. We both said that. It was a pretty amazing thing. And it was because the Beans were persistent. If Fred and Linda had not been persistent in not pushing on us the faith, but just persistent in asking and knowing that we were lost, and sharing and just being caring neighbors, and they were persistent, and they got us there.
I think since I've been going to Portage Free Methodist, you really know what it means, and you want to go tell other people what it means and what what it has done for me. I used to think when people said they were born again Christians, I was kind of like, I don't get that. But like now I do. Because I feel that's like what I am.
I believe, I believe, I believe, I believe in Jesus. He's my Lord. He's my God.